champion Pike Rovers of Limerick and North End United, who have never won this trophy before. Wonderful occasion, terrific atmosphere, it's building, we've got the trophy, and we've the great Johnny McDonald with us as well today. This is going to be a doozy, Johnny.
It looks like it's going to be a very, very open game. Two teams, you know, really going to go for it today. You know, looking at Pike, they were here a couple of years ago. He hadn't got a big squad that day. Sheriff done them 2015-16, but not much between these two teams, Will.
Absolutely. North End trying to win this trophy for the first time finalists.
Yeah, and that might go against them a little bit. You know, Pike have a little bit more experience after being here before. The fairness to both squads, the players have been around for a long time, and the teams have been together for a long time, so that should help them. But you know, I think for Pike, this will definitely help them, having this squad around since 2011.
And that wonderful trophy, like the Sam Maguire, which Sheriff YC have dominated the past few years, but knocked out early in this year's competition, which means the Pike have a chance to win this for the second time. North End are in their first ever final. So here come the teams for this massive occasion, the FAI New Balance Junior Cup Final. Led out by the match referee, Derek O'Shea. Pike have been here before, but they haven't won this trophy before at this venue. It was Turner's Cross when they lifted the Junior Cup for the one and only time in 2011 when they beat St Michael's in that final. It'll be sky blue for North End today, and the green and white hoops for Pike Rovers. Delegation led by the president of the FAI, Tony Fitzgerald, Desi Kelly, the chairman of the FAI Junior Council, and Terry Casson from the sponsors, New Balance. And it's moments like these, you've been involved in enough big cup finals yourself, Johnny. You just wanted to get underway, don't you?
Yes, it's brilliant. All the work is done, and you just want the referee to blow the whistle and get on with it. A lot of nervous tension down there on, you know, shaking hands. Fellas are thinking only about the match now and only about their jobs and their roles and what they have to do within the game.
So let's run through the lineups then for this 2018 FAI Junior Cup final. There are 7 FAI Junior Cup winners in the Pike Rovers squad. Gary Neville, the goalkeeper, Wayne and Edward O'Donovan, the brothers, Patrick Mullins, the captain today, Wayne Colbert, Owen Hanrahan, and on the bench, David Ryan, all lifted this trophy back in 2011 at Turner's Cross. The manager, though, Mike Shields, suspended today, so Keith Higgins, James Doran are the men who are leading the way from the bench. David Ryan, great experience, came on as sub in that 2011 final in Ireland Junior International, and Cian Power, number 13, is a current Ireland under-18 international. North End United have been around 4 years, and just about all of this starting 15, bar Dale Flynn and Gary Delaney, formerly of Waterford United, were involved in the run to the semi-finals back in 2015. Danny Fitzpatrick is in place of Shane Dempsey, and he is on duty in Syria. And a good strong bench as well, the substitute goalkeeper Dylan Owens, who was also involved in 2015. Our referee for the cup final is Derek O'Shea from Kerry. The assistants are John Thornton from the AUL on the near side, Mark Gallagher from the AFLB in the far, and Keith Calnan from Cork is the 4th official. Between these two great clubs, only one Junior Cup success in history, and that going to Pike. We started with 650, and then there were 2. North End United in the sky blue have never lifted this trophy before, and Pike Rovers in the green have once, but not here.
Yeah, it looks like Pike have 5 across the middle. North End, I think, will have 4-4-2. One of them drop back in the midfield, maybe Paul Murphy.
Chance for the cross from Broaders, and it's not a bad one. Chested down again by Mullins, the centre-back. He and Wayne Colbert, the central defensive partnership for this FAI New Balance Junior Cup final. Daly down the centre, it finds Cian Collins, held up again by Decky Downs, and back for Lee Walker. I haven't seen a lot of him, but you can't miss him in that all-orange kit, the fluorescent orange. It's hit long. Here's Paul Spot Murphy on the spot. He's
clever. He knew what he was doing. He got beyond the defender and he seen Neville off his line and he tried to just dink it over his head. Just didn't get enough weight on it.
How unusual, how difficult will it be for Pike Rovers that they'll be without their boss Mike Shield today?
Well, he's obviously been with them all week and, you know, he set up the plan, he's organised them. You know, they've obviously worked out what way they're going to play and, you know, just coming from the bench, he'd love to be down there belting out the instructions, but I'm sure he's given them all the instructions he can. But yeah, it doesn't help if the coach is not on the bench.
Mind you, when you were bossing Pats away at Hertha Berlin, you were nearly in the crowd, considering you'd the athletics track.
What a fantastic stadium, the Olympic Stadium in Berlin. Yeah, but you know, that's you get involved in the game and you're trying to help the players along the way and trying to get them out good instructions, especially in a big stadium like this today, where you need to get the instructions out early, and it's important.
Paul Spot Murphy in the middle, had good few years with Ipswich Town.
Yeah, it was a good bit of play by Murphy, good ball into feet, but he just couldn't hold on to it. Dempsey, oh, here we go.
Lee Waddingburn striding forward, and that's a brilliant first time strike, and why not have a go? Jay Murphy from a good distance out, worth the shot.
It was well worth the shot. Well, it was a great break. Bourne picked it up in midfield, drove forward, first time shot just over the bar.
His own Hanrahan, who's going off, and he had gone down injured a few minutes ago, tried to continue, but his cup final is over after 19 minutes. Jason Mullins is on, brother of Patrick Mullins. It was a tight affair when they faced off with Sheriff 2 years ago. That's a glorious ball down the middle in the opening, suddenly there for Colin Daly, and what a stop by Dale Flynn to prevent the goal.
It was brilliant, it was a brilliant ball through by McCann, and that's what I'm saying, Pike just need to get that ball in midfield, build it up through midfield. McCann has a good left foot in him, and this time his ball through the middle was perfect to Collins, a brilliant tackle. I don't know, was it Delaney, was it, who got on the end of it? It was Flynn got on the end of it, yeah, brilliant tackle.
So corner for Pike, their second, their first on the near side. It was brilliantly floated in and just headed over the top. Wayne O'Donovan with a fantastic corner. And it looks like Paddy O'Malley just couldn't quite finish it. Glorious, glorious opening, brilliant opportunity. And Pike, that's the closest they've come to the opening goal in this cup final.
Keeper was unsure to come for it. Very, very unlucky, great chance.
It's been scrappy, but Junior Cup finals tend to be for just about everybody, unless of course you're Sheriff and you're in the final nearly every year. It's the biggest day of your career. Yeah,
there's been a few stoppages with free kicks, well, and it just disrupts the flow of the game.
It's Jay Murphy, and a thunderbolt over the top by Paul Spot Murphy. Some important goals on this run, same as when they reached the semis in 2015. It fell to him so invitingly, and it was a long way out.
Yeah, he just seems to pick up this position 20 or 25 yards out. As I said earlier, he likes to pick it up for the second phase of attack. This time he didn't need to pick out a player. He just took a touch, set himself up, and a decent strike just over the top. He has the ability to put one of them into the top corner, but he takes up a lovely position just off the attack.
Paddy O'Malley tried the cross and then tried the block. Mark Higgins with the only goal when Pike were beaten 2 years ago, and now here goes Paul Spot Murphy round the goalkeeper. He's gone down. Penalty! Derek O'Shea not hesitant. There's a big decision coming here. Is the card going to be yellow or red? It is yellow.
I think he could have given it for the first challenge. I don't know whether, I can't see with the keeper, but he's gone around the keeper and he's gone down. Murphy was onto it like a light. It was just a ball over the top. He read it really, really well. I think it was Mullins who mistimed the header, but Murphy was onto it like a light. He outran them. And it might have been, I thought the first one would have been a penalty, but he's given it anyway. He's 2 chances. Spot Murphy to take it now.
Paul Spot Murphy, and now he literally is on the spot. Penalty kick for North End.
He's been good in the game. He's been clever. He's very straight running up to the ball, Will. Grace has done well in the game. Yeah, he's a long time standing over this, Will. Fellas don't like standing over it a long time. He's a confident player.
2 minutes to half time. Paul Spot Murphy. What a cool finish! Glorious goal! North End lead in the cup final. Paul Spot Murphy. 1-0. Brilliant composure by the veteran, and look at how well he put that away.
Brilliant finish. Under pressure. Over the ball a long time. Referee was moving lads out of the box. But he made it all himself, Will. He was onto it like a light. Read it really well. Got a run on the Pike's defence. Kept his composure. It was Gary Neville eventually who took him down in the end. But a couple of times he could have got a penalty. I think the referee tried to allow the advantage, and I think the referee's decision was right to give the penalty. It's clever.
Is such a powerful frontman as well, is Paul Spot Murphy. Jay Murphy in support. There's another Paul Murphy from Kilmore on the bench, which is why we're constantly referring to the number 10's nickname.
Is that Kilmore Key?
Yep.
Is it Salties down there where you get the nice chips?
Yeah, well, not on the islands, but a great part of the country. Here goes Warren Broaders. Chance down the right-hand side, played it short. Paul Spot Murphy trying to find Jay Murphy. Got there, wires slightly crossed, and suddenly North End were in with a chance of getting a second. And it is half-time. North End lead by a goal to 0. Paul Spot Murphy netting after 43 minutes after he was brought down for the spot kick himself. Half-time in the FAI New Balance Junior Cup final. It is Pike Rovers 0, North End United 1. Gary Byrne is coming on for Robin Dempsey in this second half. Now, he signed last summer from Wexford Bows. Dempsey, formerly of Aston Villa, but never really settled in the UK. That does happen a lot. He's off for the second half. Gary Byrne is on. Robin Dempsey really was in the wars in that first half. You'll remember a couple of knocks picked up in quick succession, so he is off for the second half, replaced by number 12, Gary Byrne. Interesting to see how that will shake things up for North End in the second half, but it's a good delivery aimed towards Jason Mullins in the middle. He just couldn't quite get there.
Very positive start by Pike down the left-hand side, and a good cross into the box. I think you're right about Dempsey. He was in the wars just before half-time. He took a couple of knocks. They've obviously assessed him at half-time. The longer the game goes on and it's 1-0, the team that are winning 1-0, they tend to drop off that last 5 or 10 minutes of the game. And, you know, you're forcing the other team to advance, and that's why I think North End will be looking to try and get the second goal, so that won't happen. And it happens naturally. As much as a coach, you ask the team to play as high up the pitch as they can and play normal, they tend to drop off.
It's a free kick there, and it's interesting because Shane Walsh had the ball at his feet. There might have been a prospect of playing on, but I think Derek O'Shea felt the tackle was too serious and whistled up immediately, and perhaps also felt that nothing was going to come of Shane Walsh's possession. Good range just outside the box. Tense times for the Pike bench.
McGann involved again in the build-up. He's had a good game, Will. You know, he looks like he's a bit of a player. He's had a good game. He's been involved in most of the stuff that Pike have done when they play through the midfield, when he's got on it.
Paddy O'Malley with the free kick. Good delivery, and for once Lee Walker didn't handle it straight. It's a corner, just as well for him that he pushed it beyond the goal anyway, but that was a moment of real danger.
Great contact by O'Malley, great strike. Keeper positioned himself really well. Just took his eye off at the last minute. As you said, well, lucky enough he wasn't in the middle of the goal, because that would have dropped in over the line. They've done all right from corner kicks, Pike. Let's see how they go on with this one. They look as if they're set up properly. It's just about the delivery here.
And it was a good delivery, and it was headed out by Jay Murphy. It's on the feet here of McGann. Couldn't get it away. Too many bodies in front. and North End survive. Pike's potentially best chance of the game.
Yeah, it was from the second phase, from the corner. They had a corner in the first half where they just went over the top, and that one was definitely on target. Good defender by North End.
It's Keith Carney to bring it away. Wayne O'Donovan with him. Bit of room. It's Patrick. Murphy. How's the free kick going against him?
Good defending by Pike, but Murphy probably prefer to be on the ball a bit more near the 18-yard box. Will they won't mind him being on the ball out on the touchline here.
It's another bad blow for Pike. Remember as well, Mike Shield, their manager, suspended from the touchline for this cup final, and now they've lost two key players. Owen Hanrahan going off after 19 minutes, and now Wayne Colbert's gone off too, to be replaced by Dara Carroll at the end of his first season with the club.
They miss Colbert's experience there. Big loss for them, if you ask me.
Shot by Wayne O'Donovan again for Shane Walsh. Had to keep his balance.
They're inching forward, Pike. They're just inching, you know.
Wayne O'Donovan, shot for Colin Daly, and O'Donovan again.
If you're asking me where I think the goal will come from Pike, it might be a set piece or a bit of brilliance. But
this might be the brilliance. Laid off to Colin Daly, little shimmy, cuts inside the middle.
What a
it's
goal!
There! Stephen McGann, 1-1, and that was the moment of brilliance. Just past the arm mark of the Aviva, and Stephen McGann ties it up at one apiece from the Banner County. The Ireland Junior International is Pike Rovers 1, North End 1. It's Stephen McGann.
Brilliant bit of play by Daly. Picked it up right in the corner box. Four North End players around him, afraid to go near him. But in fairness to McGann, he's dropped off to give himself that space to put onto his left foot. And he deserves that goal. He's been really, really influential in this game for me, Will. He's had a really, really good game. Second half, he's come out, he's taken a bit of the scruff of the neck.
That goal was coming, in truth. That was coming.
We did say it needed a little bit of brilliance, and right on cue.
20 seconds anticipation, you're brilliant.
He just picks it up on the corner of the 18-yard box, and he drives into the space, Will. And looks like there's another player down injured here as well for North End.
Yeah, and actually the stretcher is coming out as well. I can tell you it's being called for. It looks like Decky Downs from here.
It looks like him. He's made a few crucial blocks in the game. His defending has been really good. He's been 100% on his blocks and his tackles. And it doesn't look too good for him here, Will, I have to say.
Well, here's the goal. Let's see if we can see in the build-up what went wrong. And admire Colin Daly teeing up McCann here. It may have been that late challenge. There was the strike. Probably there, I think he put his foot in the turf as he tried to make the last gasp challenge, and he is going off. He's being stretchered off.
I think again, if the challenge, as you said, Will, I just think he's gone over on his ankle or his knee. His foot got caught in the turf.
We've had 4 substitutions by the 65-minute mark, and they've all been injuries.
2 goal scorers for me, Will, have been the best players on the pitch by far. He's in.
Lots of room. This is the opening. Pike have turned it around superbly. Cian Collins is in there. Walker is out. Daly. Walker still heading back. Daly. Oh, what a block by Keith Carney. Dramatic. It's a corner. It could have been 2-1. 2 very quick goals.
Brilliant break by Pike. Again, here's Daly. He's kept his composure. Keep her off the line. Cleared off the line.
What a cup final.
I really thought Collins was in with his pace. I really thought he was going to get away from them, Will. Keeper's done brilliant. Walker's done brilliant to come out.
Oh, what a save by Walker. A brilliant opportunity, a tight angle for Cian Collins. Well, Pike are all over North End at the moment. They're keeping them out at 1-1. What a chance.
Great turn by Collins. Good save by Walker.
It's at the feet of Adam Beery. Here goes Walsh again. That's a good first time ball. Collins on the turn. Blocked immediately. Paul Spot Murphy away. Has support from Jay Murphy. Still going Paul Murphy. Support to the left here from Adam Beery. A sweeping move, but without a finish to match.
I was just going to say, the last couple of times Spot Murphy's picked the ball up, he's been 15 yards inside his own half. But he's picked it up there and he's run 50, 60 yards with the ball. He's played a brilliant weighted pass out to Beery, and he's just leaned over. He just hadn't got enough bend on it. Just needed to get it on target and get Neville to make the save. A long distance.
Same towards Cian Collins. He'll do well to keep it in, and he has done well to keep it in. Daly. And Collins! Lee Walker down to stop, but he's sniffing around up front again. Cian Collins with one sole intent. Is Stephen McGann again. Just over the head of Cian Power. 3 changes from Pike, 2 to make, and there's 1 left. Shot for Cian Power! Walker was going to find that difficult. That was a good strike by Cian Power, the Ireland under-18.
Not much backlift in it, Will. He's done really well to get it on target. Got good power into it as well.
Rightly, we've another minute at least added on to the 4. Colin Daly. McGann. Extra time it is. The cup final that always produces extra time does it again. Pike Rovers and North End United level at the end of the 90. Paul Spot Murphy from the penalty kick on 43 for North End. Stephen McGann tying it up on 61. Extra time is on the way.
Let's go, boys! Let's go! Let's go, boys! Let's go!
All aboard for extra time. Pike 1, North End 1. It's been one of the better Junior Cup finals in recent years, and that's a free kick straight away for North End United of Wexford. The foul on Paul Murphy of Kilmore.
Yeah, Patrick Mullins just a tiny bit late, nothing malice in the challenge, but just a tiny bit late. And Spot Murphy from this distance, Will, it looks like Paul Murphy's going to get on it. He's got a chance here to score.
Paul Murphy right-footed, just over the top. Nice strike, good for years in the League of Ireland with Wexford Youths, and that was a nice effort. Close, very close.
Great technique, just a little bit off target. Great pace on it, Will.
It's only actually when you see the close-up of Lee Walker that his goalkeeping kit is sort of like that classic Dutch one from Euro 88, because it all just looks the same shade from up here.
It's strange the referee is the same colour, isn't it?
Well, I don't think he's catching the ball, so
No,
I know what you mean. It's a solid free kick, just outside the area, free kick for North End in a magnificent position.
This could be it. This is right down the middle. Spot Murphy, Paul Murphy. But again, Spot Murphy, the free kick, he put it down, played it early into Paul Murphy, and the little touch on. Really unlucky not to get a penalty. It's right on the edge of the box.
Well, it is the sort of the range of both Paul Murphys.
I'd be going low.
So, free kick in extra time, and Paul Murphy it is. On the rebound, hit the remnants of the wall. It came off Darragh Carroll. That was Paul Murphy of Kilmore, as opposed to Paul Spot Murphy, who took the shot, the goal scorer in the semi-final. It's offside, kind of cheaply given away.
Yeah, he never got anything on it really. No height. He got nothing on it in the end.
Kyle Dempsey to take.
Again, Spot Murphy hanging around the edge of the box, waiting for the second ball to come out.
Great delivery, headed off the line, and that was the cup final.
Oh,
right
brilliant.
there, over the top by Paul Spot Murphy. I think it was Gary Delaney's header.
Cian Power, I think, that cleared off the line.
Brilliant. Look at this. A solid header and off the line.
Was it over?
There's no VAR here, there's no Hawkeye.
What a chance,
It's
Will.
penalties. It is penalties yet again in the FAI Junior Cup final. And both gave that a really good go. McGann against Lee Walker. Two excellent goalkeepers when it comes to penalty shootouts, Neville and Walker. Walker up first, facing Stephen McGann. It's there! Good penalty for 1-0.
I'm glad for him. He's done well in the game. He's got his goal. He's stepped up to take the first penalty. Played really, really well for me in the game. Spot Murphy up, as you said. He's going to take the first one, Will.
It was a brilliant spot kick from him to give North End the lead. Can he convert again? Yes! And in the same manner too.
Very cool, I have to say. Very calm, waiting for the keeper to move. And he's just rolled it into the net. Just
Very, very excellently done.
no power, no pressure. Keeper's gone down early to his left. O'Donovan.
It's Wayne O'Donovan and he scores.
That's a nice penalty. Well, that is a nice penalty. Really confident.
So, Paul Murphy from Kilmore.
Oh,
Yes! 2-2.
quality.
Nothing missed yet.
Quality, I have to say.
You cannot fault any of the four spot kicks so far. I mean, look at this.
Colin Daly, he's done well in the game. As I said,
He set up Stephen McGann's leveller. Colin Daly for Pike. Saves
what a
by
save.
Lee Walker. And what a save. It was the right height for him.
he's hit it well. It's good height for the keeper.
That's a cracking save by Walker. That is a brilliant save. So much pressure on Kyle Dempsey, which will be released if he converts this. Advantage North End, they're 3-2 up, and Kyle Dempsey converts.
Cool finish. Been all down low. Power, nice and low. Yep.
Shane Walsh, who has had a brilliant cup final. He needs that to continue. He wasted no time in coming up for this. He's keen. He's spot on. It's 3-3.
He was keen, he was confident. Great picture, great view over here. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good penalty.
Adam Beery, who came on around the hour mark for the injured Decky Downs when he went down in this goalmouth. For the lead again. Oh, yes! That is a fabulous penalty for 4-3. Found the corner, the technique. He's celebrating. There's a lot riding on that.
Gary Neville was very, very close to it. Let's have a look, we can get a good view over here. Not much of a run up to it. Oh, he's just done enough, yeah.
So Patrick Mullins must score.
Oh, centre half.
They trail 4-3, the final round. Mullins! Oh, into the roof of the net. What a penalty. It's 4-4. And we go on.
Another centre half coming up to take. Will he be as confident?
Well, what a belter.
Brilliant finish. Pressure. Get up. Take it out of that.
Gary Delaney. The 5th and final penalty for North End. The 10th and final penalty of the regulation. It's all down to this then. Gary Delaney wins the cup for North End! Their first ever Junior Cup final, and they have won it! 5-4 on penalty kicks, and Gary Delaney gets the winner. They didn't miss a single one. And remember, they scored one in the 90 as well. 6 spot kicks, all scored, and North End United win the Junior Cup, and what a penalty to decide it.
If you don't get that one right and your foot comes away, that goes wide. Big pressure penalty for Delaney. Great finish, great quality penalties. Enjoy the game, Will, I have to say. I really feel it for Pike. They've really given it everything. And so sad for them. The devastating line around the pitch. Oh, it's a hard way, and the devastation, the elation down the other end.
Well, that's 2 cup finals for Pike at the Aviva Stadium, in which they've both been beaten. Their only Junior Cup final triumph coming at Turner's Cross. As for North End, on their debut in a Junior Cup final, they have won it. And that was absolutely tremendous, and it's heartbreak for Pike, and you feel sorry for them after a magnificent, terrific campaign.
John Godwin, describe that. The last couple of minutes there, penalty shootout. You didn't look at any one of them. It was a fantastic feeling, obviously.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I've been trying 25 years to get that Holy Grail and been beaten in 5 semi-finals. So just to do it today, anyway at all, it's just absolutely special. And the lads just dug deep, and they're confident, and they're good players. And we were a little bit on the rack in the second half when we went to 1-1, but they battled all year round. And I think in the tournament, they haven't had one home game. They've gone to every part of the country and they went away and won. And to win in All-Ireland, not having a home game, I think that shows something special.
Did that stand to you, do you think, then in those closing stages, maybe just a bit of character?
Yeah, and a little bit of experience as well. A few little things didn't go, there's a couple of injuries. But yeah, look at, yeah.
Looking at it as well with regards to the first half, you know, a game you completely dominated. You know, you probably should have been further ahead probably at half time. Did you think that?
Yeah, I did, but you know, Pike will never give up. That's why this is their 4th All-Ireland final. They've won 1 now and unfortunately lost in 3. They've won 2 and lost in 2. They know what it's like to win 1, and this is our first time ever. We're a club that are vibrant, we're a club that have great history, but not outside of Wexford, and today is got to get us across that white line.
Second half, they come into it then. I thought they dominated the second half, and so unlucky to lose out on penalties in the end.
It's a memorable cup final. Terrific for any club to get here for the first time. You look at the clubs who've broken through, who've got into the last 8, we'll say, in the last 4 or 5 years for the first time. Your Killarney Celtics, Newmarket Celtic. Great to see Evergreen reach the cup final last year. Boyle Celtic, who didn't even enter the competition in 2016 because they didn't have a big enough squad, making it all the way to the semi-finals in 2017 and losing, I think it was on penalties in the end, to Evergreen. One of the great sides of Wexford football. North End United have won the FAI Junior Cup. A great final. Glorious success and a penalty shootout, and John Godkin has been with them every single step of the way. Their boss for 25 years. It means the world to them and to him. It's an All-Ireland win for Wexford. It is the FAI Junior Cup.
Lee Walker, North End keeper. Lee described that emotion, and especially saving a penalty in the penalty shootout.
That's great too. Words can't describe how it feels, to be honest with you. I've won a couple of All-Irelands with Wexford, with youth. Just got trainer trophy back in 2010. Now compared to this, with your teammates, people you've grown up with your whole life, leagues don't get no better than this.
Yeah, it must be extra special.
Extra special. It's good to win an All-Ireland, no matter whether it's inter-county or not. But people, like I said, that you grew up with, it's better than anything at all.
You're standing out here in the kit today, Lee. You definitely stood out there as one of the top performers today for your club.
Sure, look, everyone out there is a winner. Everyone done their part. You know what I mean? there's 11 winners. The subs that came on, everyone that came on are all winners, all done us proud. And we bring that cup back to Wexford now. Thank God for the historic moment. Thank God for that.
I know celebrations, all right, not just the one. But so we'll enjoy it while it lasts. Nothing will get better than this, playing your national stadium.
Paul Spud Murphy, how does that feel, captaining your local team to an All-Ireland title?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Probably hasn't even sank in, to be honest. It was a tough 110 minutes. Pike gave us as good as we gave them, and lucky enough, we had Wacker in the goal for penalties, so we're always confident he'll save one or two, so we're over the moon.
You took your own chance well when it arrived in the first half. Probably a first half you totally dominated in some ways.
Yeah, I felt we were on top, but there wasn't many chances in it. I probably sensed the centre half that was trying to go back to the keeper, nipped in, and then the keeper took me down. Luckily enough, I took away the penalty and we went in 1-0 up.
Second half, then they probably did start to get a bit on top of you.
Oh yeah, definitely. They deserved to take us extra time. Second half they were fully dominant. Took the goal well. Probably pinned us in a little. We were being overrun in midfield, and probably with 15-20 minutes to go, they would have been happy the way it was going. But like we have done all year, we pulled out of summer again.
Quite the cup final, quite the epic cup final in the end. A penalty shootout, 4th in 7 seasons, Johnny.
It was overall it was a fantastic game. We said earlier on there wouldn't be much between the two teams. North End definitely had a first half, played two different ways of playing. Pike were getting the ball, playing along. Collins is pacing behind, Daly linking up. North End building up through midfield into Spot Murphy's feet, bringing players into the game. They probably had the first half. Second half, Pike came out on the front foot from the very start, got the goal, and there was a period in the second half where he could have won the game. Went into extra time. Pike again on the front foot, probably had a little more energy than North End in the extra time. North End played out with the penalties. But what fantastic penalties, quality penalties. Both goalkeepers, I have to say, during the game played really, really well. Neville and Walker, but disappointed for Pike to lose on penalties in the end. It's a sad way to lose for any team. But both teams went about the game in a great way. They weren't dropped off and trying to park the bus. Both teams had the right go, as I said, in different ways, with energy and pacing behind with Pike. And North End trying to build up and play through midfield and into Spot Murphy's feet. But I have to say, really, really enjoyable game.
Says a lot for John Godkin as well, doesn't it? 25 years in the job, and they hit the summit.
Absolutely hit the summit, It's well worth waiting for it, as a fella said. Build it and they will come, but, you have to congratulate them and congratulate the squad. I'm delighted for the people of Wexford as well, big leagues down there, first-time winners. And they'll enjoy their night tonight. But I'm delighted for them. Overall, you could say they might have deserved to win it. Pike were very, very unlucky, but good for Wexford football.
Absolutely. What a day in the FAI Junior Cup final. For the South East, it's North End. Goodbye.
Wexford!